stop moving and you won't actually trigger the fight. They'll just run through you instead. It's like a motion detector, basically. Oh, there's gonna be tons more into that in the future, don't you worry. And just in case you didn't have enough hydrate breaks in this game, here's another couple. The XA one is pretty long, but the BB one is even longer, so you definitely have time to get up and stretch your legs while you're waiting on this one. Probably the worst part about actually going in here is these particular cutscenes, because you can skip most of the encounters in here, no problem. The acid at the front is forced. The fight that we're running up on soon is going to be forced. I think those are the only two. So once you get the barrels removed, you run through here, talk to this panel here, and get the code for downstairs, which is Zabby. Nice little rotation on the actual button pad to get you moving towards the next particular set of checks. So far this has been completely a waste of time, but I don't know what these things are, so you know, we're just gonna go until we find something we can use. The power of crab sanity, folks. Bosses are potentially worthless. Only this one right here is actually a forced fight as well. No, maybe not. What? Cool. I want to see one key item from this dungeon. I don't really care what it is. Hopefully not cloned, but I just want to see a key item from this dungeon to make it worthwhile. You touch that green acid pile right there, that's another random encounter. This turns off the laser grid so you can access the basement. But it also throws a crap ton of these at you. Okay, yeah, this is the unskippable one. So, throw people at it. Does over 10 damage, good enough for me. Alright, next stop downstairs. Yeah, this entire dungeon was a bust. Oh well. If you don't have Robo in your party here when you're actually going through this cutscene, it's kind of funny. What we do, so we skip that. All the encounters are turned off, but so are the elevators, so you can just have to run out through this side. Which is going to force our next boss fights, which is the R66 series. So these right here, there's normally 6 of these in vanilla. The rando cuts it down to 4. And it turns out they don't like getting drowned. The rainbow helms are nice, at least. This character is worthless, whoever it is. I don't have dupe characters on, so it's going to be someone we already know. Alright, so we only have Genodome and Mount Woe open, which is getting kind of spooky in terms of how bad this scene is. And we also have Aussie Fort too, which is another awful option of places to go into. It's Magus. Or as I like to call him, Jabus. This opens up the portal back here if you ever need it. I don't think we ever will, but I'll just take it just in case. This is how you access the end of time in vanilla, because normally you have 4 characters, and you're not supposed to have 4 characters in your party in this game. The portal is just kind of short out on it. And we're just gonna leave Jabus there, just chilling for the rest of his life. Which means we know Chrono is on Dactyl, so that's another thing we don't care about. I don't want to go in Genodome, but both of these options are time losses, and this one is the lesser of 2 evils. Two and a half if you include Aussie Fort, but Aussie Fort is short and difficult instead of long and annoying. They're gonna have to fight everything. You have to fight everything on the conveyor belt itself. Afterwards you can manipulate the game to move around a couple of these fights. I'll take the one that's easier to sustain. Also shorter animation too. Also pretty good for tech points, is Genodome as well. And there's a lot of items in here, so you are gonna be rewarded by something coming in here. What it is, I don't know. But we're gonna find out together, chat. And everybody watching this VOD. Hi, future me. Nothing really special to talk about here. These things just casual fodder. Gonna get more of a double text, which is nice, and this is the last set on the actual conveyor belts to deal with. There's gonna be one boss fight in this place. It's not Mother Brain because we've already dealt with Mother Brain in the past. It's gonna be someone new. Open that up. You must fight this encounter. Mainly because you have to clear these robots out of the way. Otherwise, the upcoming sequence has to be redone until you do clear them out, so it's a forced encounter. Also force encounters, but these things are nice and they're easy to kill. Laser guards either explode or shoot lasers, even at themselves. It's kind of funny, actually. Flip both of those so you can open up that particular power pod. Clear these out of the way. And we're going to open up the central electricity pod. We're going to supercharge Robo to open a bunch of doors for us. Alright. That should open. And now you go Pikachu mode. Yay! Got this Poyozo doll right here. We're gonna need that later. Wait until your charge wears off. Grab another one. And open this door right here. We will need to use that one more time, but not until later. That fight is skippable as long as you're not completely, like, touching it. Chrono 4s are the same as Chrono 3s at the front of the dungeon, just more HP. They still all get washed away into the ocean, so it's fine. So you can do this right now if you want to, or you can wait till later. I'll do it right now. Got this elevator here, on to the next floor. Saving isn't a terrible idea. Actually, we don't want to go that way. You don't even need to waterfall them. Also, don't go chasing waterfalls. Ruby knife. Alright. This was a good dive. I like this. But we need Dreamstones. So we have one item from each of the 3 Go modes, but none of them are in the same pool that we need it from. Which is kind of funny, actually. Very hype, fine, but definitely, like, this is such a strange scene. Only I can craft such crazy, wild monstrosities. You definitely want to use AoE on this one though, because all these are so spread out that you can't really target them all very well without full AoE like that. On the plus side, we're getting a lot of XP for clearing this dungeon, so we're going to be towards endgame levels relatively soon. You generally want 500 or more HP to deal with the final boss, no matter which Go mode you have. So we're starting to get above the threshold for being safe. More the better, but I'd say 500 HP is a good solid minimum for you to work with. I'm just going to save, I'm not going to heal yet. Everybody likes more robots, right? Just clearing out the whole place. It's kind of what you do as an adventurer. You just wander into places you're not supposed to be and just bust up everything in sight looking for treasure. But we're not thieves, we're treasure hunters, because a certain blue bandana adventurer told us so. Go through that little secret tunnel right there to reverse the conveyor belt. So we're gonna grab the second Payaso doll so we can actually access the boss and get out of here with our wonderful ruby knife. So you may be wondering why I went opposite direction on that. Well, guess what? It's completely required. Because you have an electric charge right here. However, if you are not going upwards with the conveyor belt, you are not going to have enough time to actually do this. Controller being weird. Okay. Meet our new robot friend. He is extremely slow, so we have to babysit him, unfortunately. And he gets stuck on walls a lot too, which is even worse. This is one of the reasons why this dungeon is really slow. So make sure he follows you down far enough. Yes. And lead him back to where we did those debuggists all the way at the beginning. Over this area right here. Come on. If you get into a fight, the robot will run away and you have to start all over. So just be careful. You might want to clear out that debuggist over there just in case, if you're newer to the game. And this robot follows you around until he locks eyes with another robot, and then you break. Your second Payaso doll, just run upstairs with it and drop it on the final door. Yeah, 31 is a pretty safe threshold for most runners to finish the game on. We're going to be ahead of that by a lot because we're having to check so much stuff. Because in normal versions of the rando, you're basically just going to run around fighting bosses for key items and stuff, but I'm giving you guys the fun stuff to work with. Mega Mutant, pretty much same as the last one. Just do horrible, horrible things to it. Magic is your friend. I know how to get Bronze Fist. It's like level 99 on it. I don't know how to get Iron Fist. Also, maxing out her power is how you get Bronze Fist. Prism Dress is hype. Not required, but this dungeon was actually required in a sense. Prism Dress is the best armor in the game for women. Overall, a pretty good dungeon, actually. Yeah, Mega Mute just burnt to dust. So our only options now are actually Mount Woe and Aussie Fort, so I'm gonna go to the fort really quick. My advice, save after every encounter in this fort, because you can get bumped quite easily in here. No problem, yeah. You're more likely to see it in a new game plus vanilla run than you are anything else. You're not going to see it in randomizer. But I will be exiting out and taking all 3 of these encounters separately. I do not trust a single thing in this dungeon. Oh, it is level limited. I don't think in my New Game Plus runs when I used to speedrun that category that I ever got up to 80 plus on her. But that happens like so late in a New Game Plus run. That was Flea the Lizard, apparently, because the text boxes are still the same. Our next set of item checks are going to be right here in the middle. Hi, Ozzy. And away we go! Well, away they go. If I remember right, Bronze Fist will actually let you have like a confuse effect on Ayla's Fist, which is kind of cool. It's been so many years since I've done that though, so don't quote me on that. As a immune, that's kind of funny. The counterattack kills, let's go, baby. Egg elixirs are really nice too in a pinch. We're actually kind of decked out on endgame gear though, so they're gonna be a little bit less valuable. We're actually going to be over-leveled for whatever final dungeon we come across. I'm probably going to be skipping a few fights here if I can. Because usually like 35 is more than enough to actually deal with all these. I am not your sweetheart because I am not an actual chalky candy. I'm thinking of Smarties, but you know what I mean. How will you ever know this unless you watch this VOD? Like, literally. Alright, so... this fight sucks. This is the reason why you save a lot. Unfortunately, we're kind of loaded on gear, so this fight isn't as dangerous as it is a lot earlier on. Player's Guide. The original Player's Guide barely even had a full quality picture for that, because I actually own that guide for a while. Once you get rid of one of them, it's less of a dangerous fight. But kill either Slash or Flea first, and that will solve all of your problems. Because Ozzy by himself is not scary. Bye now. I think it showed the picture of it, but I don't remember any dialogue specifically saying you need to go down there and do it. But it's been years since I've read it, so it'd be more of a finding it in the archives and seeing what it says in particular. Not required, but pretty nice actually. Plus 25% damage. That's worth exchanging a frenzy for on him in most cases. He's gonna turn, did we? Oh, no, we did. Cool. Okay, charm kills, apparently. Cool. So how are you supposed to beat Ozzy, you ask? Just come back in here again. We will never defeat him. We might not, but... What was that? The cat'll defeat you instead. What was he trying to accomplish? The world may never know, but thanks, Kitty. You're the best. So sadly, we have to go waste time on Mount Woe to go find something. Or we can dive Dactyl's Nest for a couple of checks. This is turning into a lengthy scene, unfortunately. Alright, back to 12,000. It's snowing. Or, this is the season for lots of snow, right? And spending time with your friends, loved ones, and family, and us here at RGL. We definitely appreciate you being here every single time. Every single event we have, all of our weeklies. Just thank you all for making us a big happy family together. Grab a power nap there, and we're gonna begin this doom climb. That's a vanilla power tap, by the way. That's always gonna be there. So according to the tracker, there's a total of about 16 checks on the boss on Mount Woe. There's a lot of tech points up here too, so you definitely are going to score out and fill out whatever party you have for magic slots. If you have to come here early, it's actually pretty disappointing. Nah, we have to climb out. Well, otherwise we have to go climb Nest and probably not find anything useful. It's like 2 item boxes in Nest. 2 to 3, something like that. I'd rather just deal with this. I'm gonna fight Rebels specifically for tech points. I'm not gonna fight anything else here if I don't have to. I should defeat Lothos. I am 1 item from any of the 3 go modes, though. And with how awful this feat is turning out to be, if it's Black Omen, I may hunt further for a different one. You can run from approximately 50% of the fights in Black Diamond. Apples have insanely high evasion, so landing hits on them is pretty hit or miss. And there goes my worst joke of the night, sorry. Or Bantamins, just skip these. Bantamins are slow because you have to knock the birds down and then deal with it, so you are going to take a 2-turn fight no matter. Unless you AoE twice, not worth it. Even if you have status protection gear on, you're still going to get hit by that, so don't worry about it. Think of it like an anti-magic field in like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or any other game that would have those kind of things. Beast Toss is some nice spicy damage too. Gargoyles are dangerous if there's a lot of them, because they have an attack that lowers your HP to 1, and then they can just target that person down, so don't fight them. It is pretty late. Definitely appreciate you being here as long as you possibly can. There we go. This definitely ended up being a little bit more spicy than I was expecting it to be, but that is the power of Crab Sanity and why it is such a volatile category. You can either get really lucky or you can get really not lucky. Just gotta believe in the heart of the cards. They will stay around for a few turns before running away, so you can have them just completely waste your time. Prism Shard, that opens up a little bit, but it's not too much. We'll go check that after we get finished here. It does open up a boss fight, actually. And where the original Yakra 13 is. But we've already gotten him out of the pool. That one's good if you are hunting a little bit more XP. I'm hunting time at this point, guys. You're gonna be skipping the rest of these Mount Low encounters. This is one of our last rumble rousers. The memory caps are pretty decent because they let you avoid chaos at least. Oh, it's locked. Never mind, it's not this. I'm thinking of, what was it, Vigil Caps? Vigil Caps are alt status, and then... I think there was one of there specifically for chaos. I forget the name of it, though. That's gonna be a first encounter. If you really want to, though, you can totally just equip the Zerkers and just run through this place, because you'll have more than enough power to deal with all of it. That'd be like the fastest way of dealing with this particular dungeon. I just don't want to unequip them constantly. And this will be pretty much the last encounter up here. So this is a very linear scene, it feels like. One thing is leading you on to another while you're collecting hearts and pheromones. Your last treasure. There. Another magic tab for you if you need it. And finally our boss. Feels like it's only one item per dungeon right now though. Very evenly split. More mutants! Aeon suit's alright. For guys, the best armor is like Moon armor or Nova armor, because Nova will protect the status armor. For girls, it's Prism dresses all the way. Or Lumen robes are pretty nice too. Our last check up here. No armor. That's fantastic. Calling my shots again. So take your Prism Shard you just got 600 and go have a chat with your friend the King. See, we got our FTK in there. We just never found him. Because he's at Dackle Nest. might have removed the requirement. Because normally you would take the Prism Shard, go to 600, show it to the King, and then go to 1000 with it. But it looks like they took that out. Huh. Because that's supposed to be a secondary basement right there. Last thing I can think of is over here at Dactyl's Nest, actually. That's a pun right there. Nice. Frog Splash isn't too relevant in this party, but if you have Luca, you can turn it into Frog Flare, which is actually pretty nice for attack. That's what I thought. Because I have locked characters on, so that would make sense that that's not an actual check. I think I missed this house. Not much, actually. Yeah, Yeah, that key is locked without a Yakra key. So what if you don't have Cyrus in the party? I have the prism shard. Oh, you need Marley for that. What? Oh, they changed it. Jeez. At least they tell you exactly what you're supposed to do with these. We don't have the clone. I think you need... Greenstone after 12,000? Because we don't have the bent sword for actually getting her out of there. Yeah, we do know where she is. She's back in Frog Town. As far as Specchio, no, I don't believe so unless they did something weird. Yeah, that's still turned off. You are the master of war. You are also the master of massive time wastes. You can't go into Magus's castle without the other piece of the mass, I'm pretty sure. Oh man, tell you anything? Yeah, it doesn't even let you target bucket or anything. We don't have Moonstone. We don't have Clone for this check, so if we actually went to go in here and ask the new, it wouldn't do anything. Oh wait, you're right. That would be what's missing then. Thank you. I must have glossed over that. That'll be the only thing we can do right now, though. Alright, so as far as the Moonstone goes, if you stop in 600, it's not going to be finished cooking yet, but you can get a free magic tab from that. Like, the spot right next to it. It's nice that they actually told you what these key items do now, though. In 600? I don't believe Magus will give us anything, but I am going to steal his amulet. And watch him dance. Because we got the Kenseed coming out of Giant's Claw really, really early. News are really nice for tech points if you want to take that fight, by the way. It's like 30 for like 1250 HP. We don't have tools for Northern Ruins. Can't open Magus's castle without the Massimo. Can't open Dactyls without Dreamstone. I've been through, like, every check. Like, out of everything right now. It's not something I want to do. Dino layer there. I don't think you can finish it, but I can go poke in there real quick. That is a possibility. Because there is one treasure chest in it. Nope, that's just a power tab. I think I have May create an abomination on this one. Not something I want to do, but for the sake of actually completing this, I think we're gonna have to do it. No way. Wow. Alright. So I'm learning something new today. I'm definitely learning something new today, fam. This new rando logic is a beast, of which is impossible proportions. And also dead robots. This would have been the one time ever this would have ever come into play in flags like this. But that wasn't the right chest either, which is weird. What the heck? Yeah, there's nothing we can do without the tools. Not for that. I think he's at the bar, actually. So the tools are automatic. Alright. Sure, I guess. That is a really weird thing to assume. So I'll be honest with you, I peeked. Because, yeah. Because I thought the tools in the previous versions were actually something that dropped in the pool, but it looks like they made it automatic. But I've learned something new today. And that's going to be noted for future versions. So there's technically no tools in the pool. Which... they actually removed it from the tracker as well. So yeah, even the tracker knows it's automatic, which is something new to learn. Okay, that's all we can do for now, if I remember right. We are now smarter together, fam, for future runs of this. Things have been modernized and stuff has been modified. It's weird for them to assume that, though, that you would know that. Okay, the first time it's this time. Because the Grand Leon is an item now, instead of anything else, and it functions like the Mazamune. I've never had a seed out of the dozens I've rolled in the past times in this category ever had a Northern Ruins required seed. I guess lightning finally did strike. When he says that's it for now, that's the last he's going to actually do anything with this, so everything else is open. Thank you for everybody just being a part of this grand adventure together. We've learned a lot, and we've had fun, and we've wondered what the heck is the randomizer doing, and now we've learned from it. It's not a bad thing. It's just new, and that's okay. Because I found more ways to make this more fun. I know a certain someone in my friend's circle that's going to be laughing at me for a long time for this. Because they're the sort of person that enjoys really obscure stuff like this being required. One of those things you're not going to be able to live down. But it's okay, because we're going to share the suffering together. There you go. Yeah, this is the kind of thing you send to someone that you just don't want to get really good Christmas presents from the season after. Yeah, that is go mode now. I'm glad you all got to suffer through this with me. And we're doing it for the best of reasons. I have always said this for many, many years now. Almost 15, 16 years in fact. Streamers' pain is chat's gain. In this case, it's the gain of all the wonderful kids out there that are going to be benefiting from this $1,420 so far we've raised. This is a pretty lengthy go mode too. This isn't the fastest one, but it's not the slowest one. That sounds like an awful thing, Deagle. Thank you for the advanced GGs, I appreciate it. This thing is nasty. But we've had fun, and that's all that matters. Now there's no need to go back to Guardia Castle, though, so... And I found myself. But I'm not gonna use myself because there's no need. It's okay. I thank you all for hanging out and making life wonderful tonight. For as long as you have. And you'll be able to see the end of this particular VOD. Probably somewhere in a week or so. Same time zone. What a ride. Holy cow. Also volume warning. Fun facts while we're waiting though, for anyone that's curious, the background that I'm using for the cam shot right there, where Gardevoir is, it's from one of my local movie theaters. It's a picture I took myself. None of that internet stuff. We took IRL pics, because, you know, nature is fun. And seeing daylight every once in a while is actually a good thing as well. So as I mentioned previously, this is about 50% skippable as far as encounters in here go. So we can avoid as much as we can here. The dungeon functions exactly the same, with some very minor differences somewhere along the road. Yeah, the curious bat following us. So welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order, please? It's a whole heaping helping of bat wings. We have no more need for stat items, so we're just gonna skip everything else. The way the seeds are weighted in modern day Jessup time, any of the Go mode dungeons you have aren't gonna have items for other things, so it's just gonna be like, hey, whatever. This thing will always steal the MP of whoever attacks it first, so we're just gonna give it frogs for now. A lava spawn, which is great because I just fed it frogs MP. So it's not something I need to use. Yeah, Dizzy Punch. Silver studs are really nice. Those decrease your mana cost by 50%. So it makes silver kicks and stuff like that tolerable. I say silver kicks. Triple kicks, rather. Shock has been decreased in MP, so that's more for triple kick problems. And you don't need frenzy bands as much, so. It's a pretty nice find, actually. You don't tend to see silver or gold studs until very late, though, so if you get one earlier than that, they're really nice, actually. I got some MP real quick. Son of Sun. This is kind of a free encounter, but it's also kind of a painful one. But you are allowed to gear beforehand, so that's a good thing. We found red vest earlier, so this is actually pretty free. Only two, though. Let's leave her with the principal. Oh, it's Zombor. Never mind, it's free. I say Zombor, but not red vest. You know what I mean, friends. Nice. Also nice. Alright, so now we begin the actual climb. Which is going to be, again, a little fast, a little slow because of how many fights are going to be triggered on this climb. I'll do my best to skip as many as possible, because we don't need them anymore. But if you have runaway emotes in the chat, feel free to spam those. Hey, Ozzy. So he survived falling in a pit while encased in nothing but ice, which would have instantly shattered him. In the same time period, so you know, figure that logic out. So if you run into any of these rollies here, you are going to get into encounters, so don't do it. It's going to be a total of 2. first time you drop down here, you're gonna get assaulted by 6 of these. Now, how you deal with this room is completely randomized. However, there's a pattern to it. There's 4 save points, one in each of the like northeast, south, and west directions. The order is randomized as to which one will take you out of here. If you do not find the one that takes you out of here, the one across from it is a save point. The other 2 are going to be random encounters. Also a lot of chests in case you... Alright, so we know for a fact now that the south one is not actually an exit as well. Once you are out of that room, it will not let you fall into that same hole again. But it lets you fall into the other ones. Okay. Because we know this is an actual save point, the one across from it is the path back up. And there you go. That's how you figure out these pits. The order for the pits is fixed, but the pixels you need to actually do is pretty annoying. There's one directly in front of him, as I recall. Alright, we have the super fast rolly riders that will explode as well. We are going to toss the water bubble at you. And Robo tackle you. So jugglers, whenever you hit them with a physical attack, they will open up a magic shield and negate physicals, and the same goes in here. I'm gonna ignore him. Outlaws will still spawn fights, but you can solo them pretty easily. Rollies explode, so I want to get rid of that damage. That one unfortunately rolled into it, so I have to just deal with it. It's not elemental. The Rolly Bomber is like, have a taste of my fist, it's all you can eat. We'll probably move the Nova armor over to Robo, actually. And then we'll have Ribbon, or not Ribbon, but Amulets on Frog there. Once we get to that point, right now it doesn't matter as well. These next two are going to have jugglers in them, so they're going to be 2 turn encounters that you cannot skip. Unless you use water first and then melee, and then you can still one turn this one. Unless you're in a state like this where you have cast magic, and then it's not so much of a problem. But in a normal seed, you would totally just do that method. We've got some pretty good gear here. And we should have all our techs unlocked now because we're no longer getting AP from those. Which means we can actually skip stairwell in ocean. Right outside the corners of these, we can skip all these encounters. Except for that one, which apparently is... you fight it now. Okay. 3 out of 4 sometimes. Welcome to Ozzy's room. Ozzy functions the exact same way he does in Ozzy's Fort. Okay, it's just power time. Bonk all the switches, you have to do them all this time. But at least it doesn't make you re-enter the room. Also, if I missed it, thank you, Jen, there, done that for the $10 donation. Much appreciated. Want to make sure I got that call out in there. Nobody knows what Ozzy's problem is. He's just a little bit crazy and a little bit rock and roll. You can skip all the bats as long as you're fast enough. The mirror match. This fight will function the same way, so just enter in with what you got. We have 2 healers in here with maxed out magic, so we're not... Now the attacks that they use for finals that are not dark matter are different. That's the only real adjustment here. The patterns are the same. A wood sword? Okay. Okay, that's definitely changed. It counts as down on a mental now. That's noted. But now we can 100% confirm it. Okay. have that. Don't have that either. That we do have. Well, that wasn't very nice. See what having two healers does? It lets you just shenanigans your way through a lot of stuff. Alright, no barrier swaps means he is dropping for his final attack. Which, the final attack again varies depending on who it is. I believe this is Hexagon Miss, which actually hurts a lot. Just Zerg him at this point. Oh yeah, Hands are on. Now you can climb up 12,000 BC. We're coming into Kajar here. We're not really going to do any of the tab stuff or anything like that, but we are going to bug the new for a bit, which the new is our last two shops. There's also a shop in Haza on the other side. I agree with you. Elixirs are nice too. Ambulance we don't need more of. Faith Helms are incredible. Prism Helms are god tier. Wow, this is amazing. Let me just take that space. That is actually like one of the best news shops I've ever seen. But the stock changes if you're on this side as opposed to the last side. Don't need Hurricane. Go ahead and gear up real quick. I can't believe we actually found Prism One. That's so awesome. Yeah, there's no need to check the other shop now with how good that one actually was. Regular elixirs are good enough. Like, if the other one had Mega Elixirs, sure, that would have been amazing, but it's no longer a thing. Also, Scratchback. Help the poor new out. Doesn't take but a second or two of your time. In vanilla, you do that for some extra goodies later on. Okay, that's definitely Son of Sun. So Son of Sun functions the same way. Only difference is there's 4 orbs instead of 5 to worry about. You have to let it roulette shuffle, otherwise it doesn't really let you attack it quickly. Let's start guessing. Regular attacks will be fine. It's the scariest attack it has. I'm not worried about it, actually. I'll just block it a whole bunch until you start seeing it as it's losing its fire, and then you can just wait it out and it goes boom. Could be like 12 to 13 hits to get it to stop, but one more wave will be good enough for sure. The exact number may have shifted. There you go. Time to go. Alright, on to our final dungeon. Good news, we don't have to do anything in here other than base minimum things to do, because we're pretty good on XP levels. And we don't need any tech points anymore. Something scary is waking up. I mean, it is Monday morning, so, you know, things aren't waking up. On the East Coast, at least. Whether they're scary or not, I don't think they're scary. People are awesome. Gonna run through Ocean Palace here, nice and quickly. Don't need to worry about checking any more of these, because they're all absolute go mode dungeon. That wasn't meant to happen. The scouters, the only things you can do to them are either attack them with lightning or use physical attacks. They counter every other element. Taking these fights on this series isn't necessarily a bad idea, though, but you have over 700 HP, so we're gonna... We're gonna come across a couple of past spins here coming up after this particular staircase section, though. The top of the staircase, if you're looking for levels or tech points, is incredibly lucrative to farm repeatedly. So it's basically your best endgame grind spot, unless you have Black Omen, in which case it's take everything as you need, and then run from the rest. This is the last encounter you can run away from, because you have to take the past spins on the elevator, which are 3 of them. For cat attack specifically for the scouter there. You have about 200 HP, so you want to make sure you have enough power a little bit over to actually deal with them. Otherwise it takes like 2 hits to kill each of them, and it's a big pain in the butt. Kill the yellow ones first, though, because the yellow ones can sleep. That's not fun. Most of them are just gonna be like, okay, we're gonna make it rain on you. Like, easy stuff. We've dealt with worse weather. That one is Raining Blood, and then you know what? That's when you know you're playing Guitar Hero. And you've actually transcended games at that point. That's your elevator sequence. That's the last set of stuff you really have to worry about. You can join from these last two. You can save a little bit of time doing that instead of just waiting for them to spawn and then doing it after. Yakura twins. That's exciting, I guess. As expected of a boss this late, though, they're actually pretty tanky. But they hit like wet toilet paper is fine. Needle spin, shrug. You're fine. He decided to like throw marbles at you like it's old school playground. Yeah, that's not okay. Next thing you know, they're actually going to be throwing clogs at you. I guess it's validation check. whole lot of dialogue skips right here, thankfully, because the rando actually just removed them. Less button mashing you have to do. Now, if you're having a good time in chat with Chrono Trigger, I encourage you to make the lava scree noise your text tone. Probably one of the best things you can do for yourself. I think 750 is pretty strong. If it's even gonna live to actually use obstacle. Nope, it doesn't. So obstacle is an AoE status infliction. If you see anything earlier that casts it than this, you're gonna know what it is and not be able to deal with it, but that's usually the first instance you would see. Amulets are for sale if you are not in Black Omen, but if you're in Black Omen, you're dealing with its own boss anyway. But we have status protection because amulets are sold in Kjar. Also Prism helps, apparently. If you can manage to kill off one of the arms before they both get to auto attack, you're in a better spot than you are if both of them are still alive. Because they throw claws at you and they extremely hurt and can one-shot you if you're low enough. Ignore obstacles. The final form has an attack that's called, Protected Seal, which will actually remove status protections no matter what off one of your characters. But now that we actually have status protections, we can just kind of not worry about one character getting hit. The final form has its own nasty stuff to deal with that we'll be seeing. We found full ethers earlier and elixirs, so we're definitely fine MP to spam for this last fight. And now comes more epic boss music for you too. Alright, so this fight we're going to be employing mostly single target attacks. We want to get rid of the middle first, because the middle is very, very dangerous if you leave it alive for too long. The left is annoying, but it's not a threat, really. The right is what we're going to be focusing on at the end of this, but it's going to be opened up right now, actually. Plus that one Mega Elixir we have. That's about 9,000 HP. If you want to get rid of it, you can now. Kind of a waste of a turn, but it prevents bad things happening. Has about 2,500 HP or so. This has over 30,000 as I remember. You can ignore that for right now and just keep focusing on the main. Just flip the 4. Nice. Almost had it. So the randomizer actually lets you skip the flashing light stuff, which is what I wish more of them would do. Thanks for the GG's, Tone. Beagle, much appreciated. Look at all of you still here with me. Awesome. Not sure if we have time for a little bit of fun percent real quick, but if not, we can go ahead and head towards bed. Up to you guys. Let's talk to Gaspard here. They feed the kids, yes. But they're all starting to go home. And Magus isn't gonna say a thing, because Magus is that strong silent type. Oh hey, it's that thing we never used. Again, I really appreciate the GGs. I appreciate everyone staying up so late. We were like super close to the estimate too. Parade time! And with this parade comes the end of this marathon. Thank you, Blue. I appreciate it. Demo and Spouse. This has been a wonderful, wonderful event. 3 days of wonderful retro games, all for one of the best causes ever. We raised $1,420 this event, so thank you to everyone who donated their time, energy, being here with us all weekend, all the staff in the background, like, whether you were here as a mod, if you were in Discord, on Restream, like, you're all incredible. I love doing this every year. Charity marathons are kind of my thing, and it's what I live for, so. That is our little victory lap right there. There was an incentive that I had sent in originally that wasn't on the list. I wouldn't mind doing that if we had free time, but if we don't, I completely understand. We'll just rush through this dialogue right here. How do you dismantle bacon? The world may never know. I can? Oh, wonderful, thank you. Once the music starts, I'll reset. He's escaping! No! So sadly we actually talked to Magus, so Frog didn't change back. The ending changes in who's in your party. Fire, don't turn off your brain yet. Like, official, like, end of movement time would be right after the princess leaves and Cabin fires off the first firework. So I guess it would be like an extra, like, what, 2-ish minutes added on to the official, like, time that isn't, like, full RTA. And they replaced the old bell that was there for 400 years. And off she goes. Because who wants to sit around? We have adventuring to do. We have more marathons to have in the next weekend coming up, and later on this month, hopefully, too. This is one of our busiest times of the year. We definitely appreciate all the fans being here. And that's official time. Alright. Here's a little bonus I have saved up for you guys real quick. This won't take too long. We do need to get out of here and move back to the real world before we do that. Everybody loves cats. Everybody loves food. That's why we're here. We're here to feed the kids. But you know what? We're also here to feed the cats. Feeding the cats only takes a couple of minutes of time, thankfully. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Go back to 1,000. Go back to the fair. Fly around on bacon, which, you know, bacon flies because Ganon flies around and teleports around, right? Things do fly in these games. Alright, so in order to feed the cats, we have to play a couple of mini-games here, which are going to require some points. These points are most easily gotten through... I'm not sure, actually. Double voice, I haven't touched anything, promise. So you fight Gato a total of 11 times? Oh, Richard, I got it. That's 2. Besides, everyone loves beating up Gato, right? That's something you never get to do in the run. Thought we were beating up Gato here. Yeah. I know I've said it a bunch, but you're all amazing for sticking with me the entire way. Thank you for everything. Coming up next weekend will be Coin Op Classic, which is going to be all arcade games all the time, which is a blast. This will be my first one coming up. Secret Santa a little bit later in the month. Haven't figured out a particular date yet, hopefully soon. We have our daily events coming up during the weekdays. There is never a dull moment around. That should be 5. So you fight him 11 times because you need 160 total silver points. You can only hold a maximum of 200. So you'll know you've got it right when you have 165 points, which there's an NPC on the other screen. You can go check that out. Should be 8. My count might be a little bit off. I was doing the outro for myself. Just kinda lost count. But I'll check it, like this one. It's very easy to grind, and when you do it early game as opposed to late game, it just takes longer. 120. We need 3 more. There are definitely other ways of earning points, but this is easily the most, like, optimal route. If you want to learn the Feed the Cats category, it takes... It should be sub 20 minutes. If you have Chrono and Marley and Party, it's gonna be, like, fairly fast. Gato has about 50, 65 HP, somewhere around there, so you're gonna bonk him in a few turns a bunch of times. I don't think there's a Gato percent on SRL, or even SRC. This one should be our last one. But it's more fun when you just one-shot him with your unlimited power you just use to save the planet, right? And it's also amazing that he gets fixed just as fast. Be like the Megaton Punch in Kirby Superstar. Just shatter the planet. Oh, just casual respawn. Also, we just spent 4 hours. We're hungry. Chicken dinner. 165. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So once you've gotten 165 points, head right in here. And this is Northstein Beckler's lab. We're going to play a couple mini games here. You only need to play this twice. Play the 80-point game. You're going to play a little bit of Whack-A-Mole. These little silver coins here, bonk them a whole bunch. Touch the flashy thing so your partner doesn't get burnt or it's game over and you waste a whole bunch of points. But now your cat has a new family and a new friend. If you do this early enough in the game, you will eventually have a family of kitties at home. It's wonderful. The sprite's different, but it's supposed to be a white cat, and the white cat's the female. A little bit of a slow one right there. And there's your cat food. We're gonna go check the dish. Time for that will be... as soon as I don't run into the wall. When you go in here, talk to your new cat friends, and go upstairs to check the cat dish. That's time. Well, yeah, it's about a 10-minute category late game. Otherwise, it's like sub 20-ish early, sub 30 for sure. That's all I've got. Yeah. Take it away, everybody. Thank you again for being here. Love you all, appreciate y'all, and I'll definitely see you next weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night, all.